Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell. It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Вот, тут и смотрю, что-то больно тихо по индикатору. Окей. Мне кажется, слишком быстро.
missing all the fun?
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Shoot that sumbitch!
Вы зарабатываете опыт, убивая врагов. Опыт необходим для перехода на новый уровень и получения дополнительной способности. Нажмите прямо, чтобы продолжить.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
Сражаться при стрельбе во врагов. Нажмите пробел, чтобы продолжить. Нажмите Q, чтобы войти в концентрацию.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
I'm done with you. I'll do you myself.
Да, где ты, мазафакер? Блять, все такое контрастно, ни хера не видно. Где-то здесь. Понятно. Новый уровень, нажмите ГГГ, это ну что? Ага, чтобы открыть меню навыков. Теперь у вас есть одно очко навыка. Перейдите в одну из трех категорий и приобретите крайне левый навык. Окей. Стрелок. Отчаянный герой с двумя стволами. Зверолов. Боец ближнего боя. Значит, надо врываться. Этот с двумя стволами. Средняя. Рейнджер. Меткий стрелок на больших расстояниях. Обрываться, с одной стороны, удобно, с другой стороны, не всегда на ближнее. Два ствола. В основном с двумя винтовками ты точно не побегаешь. Хотя это игра, блядь. Два дробаша — это все равно ближний бой. А на тот момент, в те времена, что у нас были? Револьверы, пулемет Гатлинга, винтовки. Никакого автоматического оружия не было. С двумя автоматами точно не поскачешь. Что еще такое было интересное-то? Дробовики с двумя дробашами. Херь какая-то. Короче, либо в ближние, либо средние. А бегать все время на постанке с 2 револьверами чуть не особо охота. Хотя наверняка там есть какие-то свои опции. Нахер. Так, что у нас? А, я еще могу посмотреть. Окей, давай посмотрим здесь. Значит, меткий стрелок. В револьвере в каждой руке возьмите 2 револьвера, имея с собой револьвер, нажмите прокруткой вверх или 3, чтобы взять по стволу в каждую руку. Более комбина выходить из своего убийственного безумия так быстро, ваш счетчик будет становиться активным, пистолетом дольше, лучше цепочка бить будет держать возможность. Носить больше патронов для револьвера, носить с собой еще больше патронов для револьвера, повышать вместимость своего патрона на 75. Перезарядка на бегу, не пускайте ни один возможность перезарядить свое оружие, вам больше не нужно оставаться. Только для того, чтобы перезарядить свое, вам больше не придется прекращать перезарядку, если вы решили пробежаться. Быстрая перезарядка револьвера. Повышенная скорость концентрации. Будьте быстрее молнии, вы сможете двигаться и бегать на 50% быстрее во время концентрации. Чего? Гравированный рейнджер. Индивидуальная форма быстро увеличивает дальность стрельбы и пробивную способность такого оружия гораздо сложнее промахнуться. 25 дальности, минус 30 к отдаче. Повышенный урон концентрации просто сосредоточившись, чтобы нанести еще больше урона. Все пули выпущенной концентрации будут носить 50% больше урона. Если нет в кармане вашего врага, звучит сюрприза. Больше концентрации на индикаторе, будет еще больше концентрации, будет естественно. Допустим, урон для комбо будет еще больше. Начинайте с 4 уровня, ваш путь будет наносить 100% урона. Шанс на совмещение, может совершать, кому ваш индикатор концентрации конституционного веса также. Оружие перезаряжается концентрация, чтобы двигаться в схватке, ваша активность будет. Укороченная рукоять. Я обращаю на скорость прицеливания, писать так как стал использовать пулю зернистым порохом, чтобы увеличить его силу 30 к урону 25. Короче, это все, это весь тип чисто на концентрации заточен, да? Прицеливание через мушку замедляет время, не спешите во время прицеливания. А, это замедление времени идет. Типа наподобие Макс Пейна. Так, почему так долго ты отключил сообщение? Нет, Коль, я просто вывел в другое место. Сейчас рестрим отключили в связи с боевыми действиями. Короче, там блокировка, поэтому я сейчас не слышу сообщений, надо смотреть на другой моник. Так, что здесь? Подсказки о самородках. Истинно не упустите ни одной важной детали. Добавим звуки. Подсказки с прямо экспертным самородком. Больше патронов. Быстро пересадка винтовки, перезаряжается винтовка в мгновение ока. Спирик, привет. Да я его не стримлю. Хотя можно попробовать. Железо что-то вообще тупит по-страшному. В последнее время вообще без стримов там у меня сама игра тупила. Вот, сейчас вообще на самых низких настройках графики бегаю. Так, бегаю без стримов. Задание поделать. Сегодня он зашел на ранге ради интереса, что-то оплевался и вышел оттуда. Так пока нет, пока не стримный калибр. Приближение при прицеливании дыхания, в течение цели спокойно, фиксируясь на одной цели за раз и получать дополнительное приближение. Пускаем перезарядки без нажатия на направление, обращаясь к патрону, во время перезарядки без нажимайте К, чтобы остановить патрон быстрее по навыку, например, для механизма перезарядки с откидывающим столом. Ага. Что? Так, запрягайся, не закрывается инженер шедевр. Так, 30 скоростной стрельбы, 15 скорости прицеливания. Больше концентрация за попаданием в группу, писали по головам, что синтетически кажется попадание. Оштного динамита, носить его, высветить на площадку. Интонация вашего будет. Так, ага. Так, разделение динамик по полете. Так, здесь еще казнь ближайшего врага. Попадайте в голову даже не целясь. Нажимая держите цель. Вы будете расходовать вашу концентрацию на обозначение ближайшего врага. Казнь через запрещение писать в голову. Чем больше концентрации, тем больше их умрет. Подсказки о врагах за спиной. Замечать его даже вне поля зрения. Маркер по краям зоны. Ага. Так, 20 тысяч написано. Так, понятно. Здесь что-то прям не особо супер. А здесь что? Защита в ближнем бою. Вы не можете быть непробиваемым, но вы можете лучше защитить себя. В среднем каждая 4-я вражеская пуля, выпущенная из оружия в ближнем бою, будет отскакивать от вас. Так. Динамиты. Больше урона с видовой веков. Зря себе вещество, что это больше. Контратака после чувства смерти. Это ваша смерть на последнем вздохе. После того, как вы увернулись от фатальной пули, стрелок, выпустивший ее, будет помечен для казни выстрелом в голову. И вы получите небольшое количество концентрации, действует на легендарных боссов. Ага, специальный патрон, повышающий мощность, используется с этим шедевром оружейного мастерства. Давит стрелку вам туда на выстрел, который необходимо. Дальность, урон, разброс. У каждой руки возьмите 2 обреза и устроите мат. Имея с собой обрезы. Разбросаем ваши динамики. Так, что-то прям, я бы сказал, стрелок как-то пободрее выглядит. %50 к урону. Выше сразу, наверное, будет больше. Но винтовка, я так полагаю, в любом случае мощнее. Все дальше будет действительно все равно больше, когда выходит медленнее. Ладно, возьмем это. Так, уровень 2. Так, а что мы там изучили? Прицеление через мушку замедляет время. Не спешите вы. Прицеление, когда вы смотрите через мушку винтовки, представляет, время замедляется, как в концентрации. На короткое мгновение достаточно, чтобы безупречно прицелиться. Самородки, да? Война агрессивная, да?
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off.
You think you can kill me too?
Still, one of them reached the water tower.
Так, вы можете вернуться от пули
Not a
только
bad
когда
idea.
смысле полностью заряжен.
It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
Где живете? А, уворачивайся от пуль, используя F. F это у нас что? Чтобы отклониться влево, или V отклониться вправо. Откуда отсюда прилетела пуля?
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. The right position is very important. Personally, I prefer to be on top.
Oh, you do you?
Indeed, darling. But where was I? Oh, yeah.
Where'd he come from?
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks. Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you! Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as bad.
You think you can kill me too?
up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
Блядь, деревяшки не простреливаются, да?
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
Как, блядь, сюда зайти?
And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear.
Так, это так,
I passed Dirty Dave. And upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Baldwin.
Да, блядь.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming. That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side."
Да, нормально такой заруб.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. "They got a Gatling," Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention." He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Так, а как тут задание-то посмотреть? Что надо нажать? Ага. Нажмите игру, чтобы вышибить дверь и атаковать врагов внезапно.
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you now.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
Хера себе. Щитовик, блядь.
You were heading for the barn.
Никаких секретов нету. Нажмите А, чтобы ударить его. Ага. Чем? С топором. Бля, он одетый просто вдоль и поперек. Зачем, блядь, бежать на меня с топором, когда можно просто выстрелить?
Making my way past a castle of fallen foes.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. After the fight, maybe we could treat ourselves to some fried chicken. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
О, дуэль.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Используйте мышь, чтобы следить за противником. Нажмите пробел, чтобы продолжить. Да куда он? Да, фак. Когда ваш противник потянется за револьвером, нажмите выстрел, чтобы достать свое оружие. Прицельтесь с помощью мышки, а затем стреляйте, используя гашетку. Значит, когда он потянется за револьвером, нажмите выстрел, чтобы достать свое оружие. Прицельтесь и затем стреляйте. Блять. Мазафака. Так, фокус. Все, не двигайся. Так, левее. Не так сильно. Еще левее. Нет, правее. Да фак, куда ты, блядь?
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Свидетельств подлинности 1 из 3. 1060, вообще последующий уровень. Ага. Уровень 3. Очков. Новых очков доступно 0. Следует вам изменить сложность. Похоже, все оказалось довольно просто. Не хотите сменить сложность игры на высокую? Вы всегда можете изменить уровень сложности на настройках игры. Мазафакер.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid. It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape, too. My first order of business was finding a firearm.
Самородок где-то рядом. Ага. Билли Кит. Так, Уильям Генри Маккарти, также известно как Уильям Габони, Кит Антрин и Билли Кит родился. Тогда... Был ростом примерно 1 метр. 72 сантиметра. Такой образ Кида создал его убийца Пэт Гарретт. Галерой помог его закрепить. Не был ни хладнокровницы, ни великобрысовен. Расстроен был расстроен скотами. Понятно. Так, какой-то бомжар спит, и походу у него сейчас...
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Нормальная такая презентация ствола.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off. I had to aim the damn thing. The kids escaped, raised a huge ruckus. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Kid, let the kid get away. Anybody see him?
Так, в какую сторону мне бежать-то? Туда, что ли? А если я хочу с ним постреляться, а? Фига не метки. Так, чем равно больше патронов? Если что, допустим, приближаем при прицельном, задержу дыхание, будьте точнее. Так, давай вот это возьмем. Ладно.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. Suddenly, I was a fugitive.
А какой у меня уровень сейчас? Ну-ка. А, этот уровень у меня не вкачался, получается, да? Окей. Здесь можно будет на них покачаться неплохо.
You were after. What did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever going to find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
Where'd he get you?
Типа по стелсу, что ли, пройтись?
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans.
И зачем я зашел в концентрацию? Смысл? Самородок где-то рядом. А, вот он. А где этот мазафакер, блядь?
Me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
You won't get away with this. Put down your weapon.
There's children here.
We can take them.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those filthy grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
You're threatening the lives of innocent people.
Так, и что дальше? Ага, понял. Assassin's Creed, блядь. Так. А туда он не напрыгнул. Угу.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Take him.
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town. I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on it.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
Because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on me.
Я же увернулся, блядь. Да, окей.
Come on, smoke that sumbitch. Boy, you are shit out of luck. We're gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back. We can take him. How the hell did he get away?
Да капец. Дистанция слишком что-то прям близкая, но в голову не ваншот. Fuck. Чуть ни хера никого не видно.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Изменять положение руки с помощью Б, чтобы быстрее выхватывать револьвер, нажать, чтобы продолжить. Так куда ты так двигаешься-то? Ну... Услышав биение сердца, вы можете выхватить оружие первым, но этот поступок будет отмечен как бесчестный и оценен, соответственно, нажмите клавишу. Фак. Прицеливание, конечно, просто жуть. Правее, выше, левее, ниже, но ниже. Как его гасить, я чуть не могу понять. Охереть, с такими прицелами, блять, пока прицелишься.
He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself. Killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
Так, врагов 47, 85, лишь заветник, награду. Видеть честно, фокус 91, скорость 37, бонус опыта, общее время, свидетельство подлинности 3 из 4. Окей. Ну, такая интересная игра.
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for Old Man Clown.
Where's he going?
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there!
I did my best to help those people.
Just me and you, partner!
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often do.
Блять, да в какую сторону уворачиваться надо? Вроде вправо нажал. Или влево надо было. Хер пойми. Один хер у меня бывает. Нажмите И, он пишет. Окей, давай нажмем И. Ага.
Great numbers from above and rained down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high ground, whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Ага, надо, короче, быстро все это делать. Так, окей. Блять.
In great numbers from above and rained down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high ground, whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to it.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
Fuck. Так. Конечно, больше патронов. Быстро перезарядка винтовки. Перезаряжается винтовка на вина. Около второй обоймы. Снизу винтовки. Быстро перезарядка на 50%. Ага, это неприменим для механизма передатки Sandstorm. Понятно.
See, at the time, I I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboy. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to find my way past these other assholes.
Охренеть, как так быстро поубивать-то, блядь, надо.
Shoot that running son of a bitch! Put some holes in him!
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Блять, куда тут надо спрятаться, не могу понять. Теперь понятно.
He's getting away! We're waiting for you! Hard to hit a moving target! Stand and fight, you coward! Oh, bleeding!
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there would be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Brad Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo.
Так, Н, быстрый бросок. Ага, либо 4.
That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack.
Да, офигенно. Теперь еще хрен. Значит, чтобы выйти из воды, надо бежать обратно. Офигенно они придумали.
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Где-то рядом с Самар... А, вон он.
yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!" A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest.
Хрена себе.
But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun. Everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon.
Yep.
But it was just...
Ах ты ж мазафакер, блядь. Еще и динамит меня кидает. Еще хер, блядь, к нему подскочишь. Так, где я?
Made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Ну, в принципе, пойдет.
A few weeks after that dust up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
What exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first, I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys. Gunfight at the OK Corral. The Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earth and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil. Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Бля, странная херня вот эта вот дичь. По-любому ее можно как-то... Ну ладно. Ну да, блядь, классика жанра.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself. I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed, and that's what drove me forward.
I'm gonna shoot you. They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap. That Lunger should have kept his nose out. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Нормально.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot. Where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack. Wasn't easy as those boys had good cover.
Ёпрст-то.
Parts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand. Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Так, теперь кто? Он хлопец.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open. Just gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Джонни Ринга. Блять.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Фак. Чуть не хватило.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Блять, они тоже.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
С одной стороны, хорошо, что я выбрал винтовки, потому что револьверы на дальней дистанции вообще бесполезны. Они не лупят, не дают хедшотов. Плюс нету замедления. Так. Фокус 73, скорость 69, 74. Так, ну-ка. 0. Угу. О, вот это нормально. Так, замечательно. Вы даже вне поля зрения маркер по краям экрана будет позначать каждого врага поблизости, которого вы не смогли увидеть в обычных условиях. Ага. Короче, надо будет по низу пройтись. Не понял. Казнь ближайших врагов. Попадайте в голову, даже не целясь, нажимая, удерживая И. Нажимая и удерживая Y, вы будете расходиться вашу концентрацию на обозначенном ближайшего врага для казни через безупречный выстрел в голову. Чем выше концентрация вы пожрете, тем больше их умрет. То есть, если я зажму, можно будет не прицелиться, просто стрелять по головам. Вот, это шедевр, модификация, кроме того, это дробовик, печень, благодаря чему он удобнее лежит в руках и имеет меньшую отдачу. Минус 20 отдачи, 30 скорость прицела, 2 к магазину. Ага. А здесь что? Здесь только дальность, минус отдача, а здесь еще 30 урон, 25 скорость прицеливания.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
Ну, вроде такая нормальная, интересная игрушка. Я не знаю, насколько она долгая. Но если так прикинуть, ее можно пройти за день. Если уже половина опыта на одной из этих пройдена, каждая миссия, каждый босс. Думаю, да, еще столько же и все, игра будет пройдена.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape. And that's where I thought I'd find him.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made man. Colt made him equal. I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. Killers, robbing travelers, and hijacking gold shipments. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow,
Да, где эти мазафакеры?
and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's son.
Опять ни хера их не видно. Или я такой слепой.
Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing, thieving, murdering their neighbors.
Стоп, а из этого я могу что-то? Да, я могу еще и это прокачивать. Ага. Получается, здесь я мог вот эти нижние брать, раз-два, сэкономить. Раз-два, сэкономить. 4 уже сэкономлен, да? А сбросить никак, да, их? Вот это можно было не трогать. И эти особо не трогать.
Of the Civil War, stone cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll, a hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
Do you know who we are?
I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was tough, or had some kind of death wish, seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere.
Watch out for the goddamn gunpowder!
One stray bullet, one stray spark, and I'd be blown to hell and gone. Did I have any second thoughts about what I was doing? No. I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out. Few ideas on how to get into that mine. But once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
Ну, у вас самое опасное, здесь можно будет и прокачаться.
Once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell. Single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Leave him to me. You ain't beefing me.
Херась, он самоубийца.
Quick reflexes often make up for lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
Понятно.
Gunpowder in a body has to know what he's shooting at.
Ядрит там
All it takes is
взрывчатки.
one tiny spark, and boom. As a boy, I always loved the 4th of July.
Ага, короче, там без вариков. Да, блин.
One wrong bullet could have turned that line into a blasted. thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder way into the mine from the opposite side.
Понятно.
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution, because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith, which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell.
Блять, все такое контрастное, ни хера не понятно, где за что зацепиться. Так, и на кой хер я сюда спускался? Ага.
That Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Plummer. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Так, а как это говно регулируется? Так, давай думать. Мы поднялись отсюда. Вот мазафакеры, а?
He was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there.
You ain't beefing me.
The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Так, и как с ним воевать?
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was going to take some doing.
Угу. Там еще и подмога пробегает. Окей.
Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
Больше находится на панели Google, писать, бла-бла-бла-бла-бла. Да. А как можно сбросить?
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Что это такое? Игра
Well, I
про
heard
ковбоя.
word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself. He killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Короче, опять очередной босс. Быстрые или мертвые.
I dodged death many a time. That night in Abilene.
Чё за нахер, блять? Я еще не только сигарету положил.
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
Shoot him! Shoot him! God damn
I thought the Texas Rangers got heart.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres. To the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me.
Чё за нах? Уже босс, что ли?
Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers and husbands, brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them. Families who put up money in hopes of finding justice. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. I'm freezing my giblets off. Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. Most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past the gun hands. It was easier said than done, as most of them were as foolish and full of bravado as I was. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friend. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the bull's head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform me of my unwelcome presence.
I'm gonna shoot you dead! And I thought I was... Hide you Billy-livered son of a bitch! Tell Hardin someone's coming for him! Stop that sumbitch! Let the boys know we got another law dog.
Наверху, что ли, говорят, не могу понять.
Was among them. And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better. Before I could test my mettle against Hardy, however, I would first need to dispatch his cocktail of hired killers.
Что у нас там? Вроде все правильно нажал. Так, С вперед и назад.
Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption. But John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration. I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
Хера тут лабиринт еще.
Nobody there was happy to see me.
Так, приебываем отсюда. Угу.
Certain hostility. Come on out, you yellow bastard.
Да где ты там сидишь, мазафака? Ах, ты ж...
Disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Сейчас глаза, что просто дышали.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him. No, wait! You didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Бля, может нормально этот прицел вот на него наводить, а не куда ты хер пойми. Да, но я уклонялся еще дальше. блядь, надо делать? Не могу понять.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him. No, wait! You didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Что я делаю не так, а? Что за нахер? Ага, короче, я понял. Все, теперь ясно. Так, окей.
Than grease lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Я думал, мне этот навык уже вкачан, тогда так стрелял. Понятно. Еще раз, два. В принципе, две миссии и все. Ладно, баста, можно закругляться. Игра интересная, но, блядь, я бы лучше вместо вот этих двух, как и вместо вот этих двух, это, считаю, уже 4. 4. Я бы, наверное, вкинул в револьвер. Что-то вот из этих. Так же, раз, два, три, там, 4. Уже 4 либо здесь, либо здесь. Более долгий комбо не выходит из своего убийственного безумия, так быстро вращающий комбо будет оставаться активным, все равно дальше лучше цепочка без более длинный комбо. Так, это нахер не надо. Око вы сможете закладывать патрон во вращающий барабан и револьвера, то есть на 50 быстрее. По идее, нет, тогда лучше здесь. Здесь повышает скорость концентрации, будете быстрее молнии, поможет двигаться во время концентрации. Так, ну это окей, а здесь еще щиты, более высокая концентрация будет еще больше перчатки, динамит, хотя, в принципе, эти 4 навыка, вот если только вот в это вложить, здесь особо это... Короче, можно было 4 сюда вкинуть.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, do you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Yes, I did, Ben.
Эпизод 5.
I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Глава 5.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven. Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people.
Так, ладно, баста. Завтра можно будет допройти эту игру. Не думаю, что она длинная. Хотя фиг узнает, она как короткая. Миссии какие-то коротенькие, локации тоже маленькие. Но контраст вообще хрен пойми, кто где. Глаз вырви. Точнее, вырви глаз. Ну а так, в принципе, по приколу. Так, где-то у нас остановили трансляцию. А, у нас же есть... Вроде вот эта кнопка. Это не та ли, Ксения, из, скажи, я скажу, из Калибра. Если это ты, то привет. Так, вроде эта кнопка.
Watching you fade